border.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, SKN. Good morning, SKN. I'm Mimi.
And I'm Jamie, and we're so happy that you can join us for another live broadcast of Good Morning SKN, and indeed it is a really good morning today. All right, so we have some news for you by way of the continuation of our Christmas giveaways. We want you to know that throughout today's broadcast, there will be a word of the day that is blasted behind us on the screen. And those of you on social media, of course, who are following our live stream, you are invited to post what that word is, and we will choose from among you the first 2 people who post the winner. So stay tuned for that wonderful continuation of our Christmas giveaway. Mimi?
And we'll get into the latest. Budget or the appropriation bill. The National Assembly is expected to convene 10 a.m. during a special sitting that will be held at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort Ballroom. At the sitting, the annual financial statement and budgetary proposals for 2022 will be presented by the Prime Minister, Dr. Timothy Harris. We'll have more on this tomorrow, but do you think that they'll get a double salary this year?
Well, I don't know. I'm no longer a civil servant, so, you know, the day's gone by. All right, so as we are continuing with the local news, the Small Grants Program launches the 7th operational phase on Nevis. So the Global Environment Facility and the United Nations Development Program Small Grants Program in St. Kitts and Nevis, in collaboration with the Junior Achievement Program, has recently launched its 7th operational phase, and that was launched at the Golden Rock Hotel in Nevis. So Ilis Watts, who is the national coordinator, says that the launch, quote, was designed to present the country program strategy for 2020 to 2024 and launch the new operational phase, phase 7. And she also says that it's building on the operational phase and the objectives of operational phase 6. So this is very good, because in phase 6, I think there were a total of 29 projects that were actually funded, and they spanned, of course, many different areas, but definitely high schools. I think there was a green project in Keon High School, and there are others in Nevis. So very good to see the continuation of this for the operational phase 7. Mimi.
Dredging at second cruise pier expected to cost US $2 million. The Minister of Tourism, Honorable Lindsey Grant, says the government of St. Kitts and Nevis will foot the bill for additional works as expected to happen on the second cruise pier. He says that we will do the work, and then it appears as though it will be a legal issue to recover the funds, but we cannot wait. Mr. Keithley Phillips, Chief Education Officer of the St. Christopher Air and Seaports Authority, told journalists that the cost of the dredging would be an additional $2 million US. I mean, I was excited yesterday because we had 4 cruise ships at the pier. And of course, because the protocols have been relaxed, the tourists are now in town. So town is buzzing. It's really exciting. I was a little scared, so I made sure that I had my mask on, and I stood my 6 feet distance. But I think the problem is that the pier, the second pier, isn't deep enough for bigger cruise ships. Is that the situation?
I honestly don't know. I was hoping that you could shed light on that.
I think that's what the situation is, because cruise ships do dock at the pier, but I think they can't be a certain depth.
Okay.
So it needs to go a little deeper.
All right, that makes sense.
Yes.
Interesting stuff. $2 million.
Yeah. I mean...
Well, I mean, there is an investment. So obviously, we're hoping that with more ships coming to our shores, we will make that money back.
Recoup that investment.
Exactly.
And it seems to be some legal back and forth with the people who built the cruise pier. But then, you know, if you go to court, it might take a long time. And I mean, Lindsey Grant, the Minister of Tourism, is saying that, you know, we can't wait. We need to get this done as soon as possible.
Well, I suppose it's a case of time,
yes,
you know, running when you want to make the investment as opposed to mitigating the losses per se. Let's call it that. So interesting stuff on the local front. Wow, incredible.
All right, so I'll take the last bit of local news for the day. 180 middle-income home developments launched across St. Kitts. The government, through the Ministry of Human Settlement, under the leadership of the Honorable Eugene Hamilton, had partnered with one of the national developers, Dion Daniel and Associates of Nevis to launch 180 middle-income home developments. The Liamiga housing development was officially launched on Saturday afternoon. It will be done in 4 phases, each phase with approximately 45 beautiful homes, furnished, modern, and constructed on prime land in the rural communities of St. Kitts. The first phase of the development will be in Keon. Phase 2 of the development will be constructed in Sandy Point, and phase 3 in Challengers, phase 4 in Tabernacle. So yeah, a total of 180 to 185 homes over a 7-day period. I think this is great news.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
and that brings us to the end of the local news for the latest. We'll be back for more in a flash.
Do you need your laundry or dry cleaning picked up and delivered? Well, Express Laundry has got you covered. We will pick up and deliver your laundry or dry cleaning to and from our partner laundromat fast and easy. Call or WhatsApp 660-7940 or 661-7717 for details. Express Laundry, bringing laundry and dry cleaning services to your doorstep.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. We are continuing with bringing you the latest right now, and we have the latest in regional news. The Omicron variant, I keep saying virus, the Omicron variant has landed in Trinidad and Tobago. This according to the Health Minister, Terence Dayal Singh. Now, the way that it got there is actually rather interesting and I guess a little unnerving for the community, because what happened is that we know that it got there through a female carrier who boarded a flight in New York, having, of course, gotten a positive reading on a PCR test. She boarded that flight. She then went to Panama, where she produced a negative antigen test, according to reports, and then made her way to Trinidad and Tobago. So there is a lot up in the air, it seems, as to how that happened. There's a lot of vexation in the community concerning how that was able to happen, considering the protocols that are in place in Trinidad and Tobago to guard against this. So again, the country of Trinidad and Tobago registering its first case of the Omicron variant on the ground there.
So you're saying that she tested positive?
She boarded the flight, apparently, from all reports, with a, positive PCR test, went to Panama.
Whoa, that is a major slip. that is a major slip. And I think for any port, you have to have a COVID test. I don't know the time period. The time period varies. I think the U.S. is 24 hours. St. Kitts is between 24 and 72 hours. So I know everywhere has that policy, but to board with a positive test,
it's according to reports.
Somebody dropped the ball big time.
Well, luckily they know who she is, and I guess they're investigating as well. So hopefully things will be resolved soon, and the community will continue to be safe.
I mean, you know, I've had it up to here with COVID-19 stories, and I think, if we could pass on them every day, I would be good. For international news, exciting stuff, so we'll end on a good note. St. Kitts rooted and raised Patricia Congroni makes history by becoming the youngest and first Black professor at Oxford or Cambridge universities in the UK. The St. Kitts raised professor, a sociologist based in Ethos Center and the Wellcome Center of Ethics and Humanities, was awarded the historic distinction in recognition of the quality and global impact of her research on academia and beyond. Patricia is currently the recipient of a highly prestigious award
she's got a highly prestigious award.
I'm sorry, my papers are all over the place. But she's the first Black professor and the youngest woman to be ever given this award. And again, women are making history.
Absolutely. And what she said, Mimi, by way of continuation really quickly, to quote, "To have my body of work recognized in this way is a great honor, and I am deeply grateful to the many people who have inspired and supported me so far." So this is incredible news, as you were saying. I know that
and St. Kitts rooted.
Well, there you go, exactly.
Right.
And I know that you are a feminist to the core.
Yes.
I know
the nice ones.
The nice ones.
Yes, not the aggressive ones.
All nice people. All nice people. They're all nice people. All right, so awesome stuff here. We're happy to end on a very good note.
Yes.
For the latest congratulations to the professor, and congratulations to all of you for being in, what do I say here now?
Great company this morning.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. We're going to have the energy up in a little bit with our first guest coming up, but that will be when we return. Stay tuned, everyone.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
Has anyone ever touched you here, here, or here? Well, these are actually bad touches, not good ones. And so, if anyone ever touches you in these areas or anywhere else that makes you uncomfortable, you must say no, then go and tell. Say it with me. Say no, then go and tell.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with Probation and Child Protection Services, the Ministry of Health, and the Pan American Health Organization.
Let's face it, most parents or guardians don't want to think about their teens having sex, let alone contemplate the possibility that they might get pregnant or get someone pregnant. Teenage pregnancy is a situation that involves female adolescents. A teenage female can be pregnant as early as age 12 or 13, although it is usually 14 and older. The fact that teenagers become pregnant is related to many factors. Here are some tips to decrease teen pregnancy. Teach teenagers comprehensive sex education. Target messages at teen boys, not just girls. Get the whole community involved. Encourage mentoring, parental involvement, and support. This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
You're watching Good Morning SKN with Mimi Armstrong and Jamie Morris, live on Studio 327.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. And we are happy to have with us in the studio our very first guest in the person of Miss Ashadi Duncan. Fishing, a relaxing pastime for some, a job for others, and it's even in the competitive scene. In St. Kitts and Nevis, there are efforts to bring recognition of fishing as more than a pastime, but also a viable income source. Additionally, fishing is becoming more visible and accepted by many. During the month of November, the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, and Marine Resources hosted a fishing competition in the community of Dippe. On our reflection segment this morning, we are joined by Ashadi Duncan, Fisheries Assistant at the Department of Marine Resources, who played an instrumental role in coordinating this event. Welcome, Ashadi.
Thank you for having me.
So we're talking all about fishing this morning, so it seems. What was the purpose of the fishing tournament that was launched, and was it the first of its kind?
The fishing tournament that we held in November last month, it was to showcase the livelihood of our fishers of the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, and it was ocean pelagic based. That way we can give a relief on the more nearshore species like the parrotfish, which is very essential to the reef, and also like the lobster fishery and the conch fishery right now. It's the first fishing tournament of its kind which was to celebrate World Fisheries Day, because we don't normally have activities to celebrate that particular day in St. Kitts and Nevis. So it was fun coordinating, planning, and overworking myself for the event, but I think it came off really, really well. And we got a lot of good feedback, some negative, but I mean, there's always room for improvement.
Right.
So we would just take these and try to improve moving forward.
Okay. I mean, you mentioned something just now, saying that I'm not quite sure if I understand. I don't know all these special fishing terms. Is it that they went out further into the ocean to not catch the
natural species? So some of these species would include like dolphin fish, which is locally known as mai, sailfish, swordfish, sharks.
So those are what you catch further out?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes it's fat-based, which is a fish aggregating device. So that's just like a placement out in the water, and then it brings in, it's like a shelter for smaller fish, and then the bigger fish will go and feed it. So it becomes like a feeding ground. And then the fishers will go and troll around it and catch the big fish.
Okay, so we were talking about the tournament. So is it going to become an annual thing? Can we expect it every December, every World Fisheries Day?
You know what? I'm hoping it does. I'm hoping it does. Hopefully the big men are talking about it. But
big men and women.
Well, of course, big men and women are speaking about it. But it's to celebrate World Food Day or World Fisheries Day activities. I do hope to see like us sharing the livelihood of our fishers, because a lot of farmers get recognition, but not really our fishers. So I'm hoping this would help push that side of the industry.
Correct.
So, out of curiosity, I really do have to ask you now, what happened to the fish that you captured?
Well, it was like a tournament, but also a normal fishing day for the fishers. So after the fish was caught and landed, we weighed them so that we could calculate for the prizes. And then some of them were actually sold right there on the beach.
Oh, great.
Yeah. You know what? I couldn't, because I was overworking myself. So I didn't get a chance to. But I know one fisherman in particular, which he won a good amount of prizes. He got his fish sold right there on the beach. So that's good for him. Some of them went back to their other landing areas, and I guess they did sell their fish.
It's incredible.
So what are you mentioned that he won, that particular fisherman won a lot of prizes. What categories did he win in, and what were the prizes to be won?
Okay, so some of the prizes to be won was biggest shark, which specifically there's like one person who usually does go to catch the shark. I think there was a video of him back up earlier when he was like a big hype. By the name of,
had lots of sharks.
Yes.
Shark catching.
Yes, so they were catching them down there, babe.
Yes, I remember
so
that.
the fisher was Wayne Williams and Kenneth Miller. We had biggest poundage, which was weight overall. And then we had a biggest yellowfin tuna, which is the most common tuna in our waters. Biggest marlin, unfortunately no one caught any.
Marlin, okay.
Biggest mai, I'll use the local term. Mai, and biggest wahoo. That's what we had the prizes for. We also had our best dressed crew.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. So they won.
Jamie would have won that one.
Well, next time.
I don't think I'm dressed for fishing, but we'll see.
Yeah, we had they won a lunch and haul voucher, compliments of St. Kitts Marine Works Limited. Yes. And they also got little cute medals. Each of the crew members got one of those.
Okay.
So
were there any females who participated? Are there any female fisher ladies on the island?
We have fisher ladies. However, none of them were on board any of the fishing vessels that was in the tournament.
Oh, okay. Maybe next time.
All right. So we know that the department plays a very important role in monitoring and organizing the local fishing industry. What takes place during the registration of fishers?
For the registration of fishers, you know what? First of all, let's just say it's free. Because we have a lot of people who go out fishing. I mean, some of them don't know. Some of them who do, they just say, we're just going out fish, make $1, you know? But all they have to do is come to the Department of Marine Resources, walk with 2 government-issued IDs, and they can sign the paper the registration form right there, and that's it.
So it's a very simple process.
Very, very
So,
simple.
I mean, okay. So we understand that they're supposed to register their boats, but why? What is the benefit? As you said, some of them know that they can do it, but they're like, I don't have to. Why would register my boat?
Register, well, it's illegal to remove anything from the ocean without being a registered fisher. Just that right there. And then,
So you're saying if I go to fish, or if I'm going on the ocean in a vessel?
even if we go in, no, some of them, they have like, some people invite others as an observer. Once you're not putting out a line to catch anything to bring back to the boat or to go home to personally, then that's fine.
Okay.
But once you actually engage in the activity of fishing, then you should be a registered fisher.
So first of all, it's illegal to not to.
Yes.
Okay.
I have a question to ask you very quickly on the importation of marine products. What do you know about the guidelines? What can you tell us about those guidelines?
Okay, for fishery products, let's do, okay, most people bring in aquarium fish, tropical fish. So what they would need to do is they would have to be registered, of course, and then they would have to acquire a permit from us to import the fish. Now, once we give them the permit, they will send it off to the supplier, and then the supplier would the supplier will give them a health certificate, because we want to make sure that whatever we bring into the Federation is healthy and not contaminated, because we don't want to make anything spread in our waters either.
Correct.
If there is an incident where it gets released unintentionally. And then we also ask for the invoice. Sometimes the company will give you an invoice. Sometimes it's a CARICOM market invoice. So once we have those documents, then we issue an import permit, which is just $20. Small fees again. Yeah. So once all of this is done, then they can bring in the fish safely and they could clear it, no problem.
We have been talking with Ms. Ashadi Duncan on a reflection segment. I want to thank you for stopping by the studio, Ashadi. It's been
Thank
a
you
pleasure
for
talking
having
with you.
me.
Very informative.
Lots of information.
Thank
Yes.
you.
We will be back for more right after this. Stay tuned.
You ever hear Earthquake call and say, "Hello, Miss Lee, yes, it's me, Earthquake, I come in Tuesday around 10? No, sir. Earthquake does arrive unannounced, and when it come, it shake all sense and sensibility out of we. Remain calm, stay inside, and do the DCH. Drop, cover, hold on. Once the shaking starts, you know it's earthquake. Make a quick move to a safe place. Don't run to the doorway or any exit. Stairs might block up or full of people. Elevator, avoid that, because you might get in and poof, power gone, and you're stuck in that box without air. Take cover under a strong table or a bed, or crouch against an inside wall or in a corner, and cover your face and your head with your arms. Remember, DCH, drop, cover, hold on. Glass windows and doors, outside walls and doors in an earthquake, bad news. Take care yourself. Most injuries during earthquakes happen when something drop and hit people entering or exiting a building. Last thing, nobody run outside and ask, you feel it, you feel it? Remain calm, stay indoors until all the shaking stop, and do the DCH, drop, cover, hold on.
Let's face it, most parents or guardians don't want to think about their teens having sex, let alone contemplate the possibility that they might get pregnant or get someone pregnant. Teenage pregnancy is a situation that involves female adolescents. A teenage female can be pregnant as early as age 12 or 13, although it is usually 14 and older. The fact that teenagers become pregnant is related to many factors. Here are some tips to decrease teen pregnancy. Teach teenagers comprehensive sex education. Target messages at teen boys, not just girls. Get the whole community involved. Encourage mentoring, parental involvement, and support. This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
It's been 6 months now and Glenn hasn't been working. His attitude has completely changed and he's been leaving the house every day for hours and liming with his friends and coming home drunk and causing confusion.
Gloria, this is what you cook today? This is not enough food for a big man like me.
But Glenn, it's been 6 months now. You haven't given me any money to shop for food.
Okay, so what you want me to do if my boss ain't called me out for work as yet?
Look for a different job now.
What you just said to me?
Get a next job.
What?
Help! Let me
Let
go!
go what? Yeah, let's see what we happen. Let go what? Watch your mouth with me now.
The weekend mom and dad fight. When are they going to stop?
Domestic violence is not just physical, it's mental, emotional, economical, and psychological. If you, your friend or family member is being abused, you can contact one of the numbers listed below for help. Department of Gender Affairs 662-5492, Special Victims Unit 662-7077, Counseling Unit 465-5000. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Pan American Health Organization.
Ever considered going pescatarian, vegan, vegetarian, fruitarian, or flexitarian? These are but a few of the dietary terms used to describe healthy eating, or we hope healthy eating. The truth is that everyone agrees that eating healthy is good and contemplates this at times, yet sometimes we cringe when we think about this. Perhaps it's because most of us weren't fans of our greens, or when we were younger, or we assume that the cost and the amount of time it takes to prepare healthy meals as a deterrent. Or maybe it's the change in meal prep. Regardless of what your thoughts are on healthy eating, if you are vegan or considering the transition, our next guest, Miss Frances Wharton, the owner of Plantastique, am I getting it right? Plantastique, right? Cuisine. A vegan meal prep delivery service is here to help you accomplish this. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
I should have known about you before. I've been trying to eat healthy for the last 10 years.
Oh.
So how long have you been vegan?
So it's just over a year now. I went to the doctor with some health issues and he recommended it. So I transitioned overnight. It was an instant transition for me. And I've never looked back. My husband followed me after about 3 months, so he's really supportive of it as well, and he's really got into it. But it's made such a difference to our lives. Yeah.
It's amazing. So what in particular about the diet appeals to you most?
The variety of food. I think the initial thought of going vegan was the limitations.
Yeah,
I can't have the meat, I can't have the egg, I can't have the dairy. But actually there's so much you can have. And the veganism is developing so much as well. And there's so many veganized options of meals available. And once you get the seasoning right, the flavors are really awesome. Yeah.
So, I mean, you said that you transitioned overnight, but was it difficult? Did you have to like toss out all the food out of your fridge? Did you have cravings like, you know, somebody's eating a burger, oh my God?
No, my husband dealt with everything in the freezer, so that's why it took him 3 months. But I've had no cravings really. Every now and then I'll have a craving for some salmon or something, but I haven't had any of the cravings. So I think once you get the diet right and you're eating well, you're
not hungry.
No, you're full enough. You feel satisfied after the meal. And I did find red meat quite difficult to digest, so I don't have that feeling after I eat vegan food of, oh, I've eaten too much, or kind of bloated and just feeling uncomfortable. So for me, that instant change really worked. I know for others it takes a bit more time to get used to it, and when you've got so much wonderful food here, like with the ribs and the fried chicken, it's hard.
Yes, it's very difficult.
But I think just doing a gradual change as well for some is good, or just even having like one meat-free meal a week or something like that, it's helpful. But yeah, for me personally, that instant change was okay. Yeah.
I mean, I remember in the pandemic, you know, that first part of the pandemic, when everybody was cooking and stuff like that, I tried to go vegan. Like I did this chickpea, this curry chickpeas. I'm like, yeah, I could go vegan. This is great. Then I went to a restaurant.
Pass me the chicken.
And then, pass me that burger, please.
Yeah.
All right, so do you think that it's difficult to shop as a vegan here in St. Kitts and Nevis?
It isn't. And we do try to rely on the local farmers. My husband goes to the Saturday morning market every week. And we try to buy local as much as we can, supporting local farmers, supporting backyard gardeners, supporting the local supermarkets. It's only if we need some specialist items for some special dishes we have to bring things in. But otherwise, we can get most of what we need locally. And it's not really expensive to do so either. Because I think with a lot of people, they feel it's a lot more expensive to eat vegan, but you can do it like any way of eating. You can do it expensive or inexpensive in according to your budget.
True.
So it's just learning new ways to cook. Yeah.
What are some of the changes? You said that you've been vegan for about a year now. Have you noticed anything different? Do you feel different?
I do. I just feel clean inside. I don't have that kind of heaviness, and it's just. I feel lighter after I've eaten, and my blood tests are always good, and cholesterol is good because eating more beans, it kind of keeps the cholesterol down as well, and it's I feel I have more energy, I'm sleeping better, my nails, my hair is better, so yeah, it does have a good effect.
Right, lots of benefits.
When we come back from the break, we're going to ask you more about Plantacy cuisine. We want to know more about that, so we'll be back in a moment. Stay tuned, please.
I going out tonight. I got a hot date. He older than me, but I don't care. I like what he telling me. He say I look sweet and ting. What? You want me go home with him? Nice. Boy, I wonder if I'm ready for this. I notice he ain't got a condom, but I gonna go ahead, see? He might think me ain't like him or trust him. Plus, this my first time, nothing gonna happen to me. Lord, how could I let this happen? I ain't ready for no child. Who gonna support me and my child? My man go in jail and mommy and daddy said they ain't gonna help. I all on my own. How could I be so careless? I wish I could go back to that now, but my education on hold. How could I let this happen? Don't let this happen to you. Contact the Department of Gender Affairs to find out about confidential offices and personnel available to answer questions about your sexuality or pre- or postnatal concerns.
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
I wear a mask because I want to protect my child, but also I want to protect his classmates and his teachers.
I wear a mask because I care about the frontline workers who will have to work even harder if those around me get sick.
I wear a mask to protect my family. I wear a mask to protect you. I wear a mask because it is the right thing to do.
I wear a mask because I don't want to put any vulnerable individuals at risk, like my elderly loved ones.
I wear a mask because
we are all in this together.
Do you need your laundry or dry cleaning picked up and delivered? Well, Express Laundry has got you covered. We will pick up and deliver your laundry or dry cleaning to and from our partner laundromat fast and easy. Call or WhatsApp 660-7940 or 661-7717 for details. Express Laundry, bringing laundry and dry cleaning services to your doorstep.
You're watching Good Morning SKN with Mimi Armstrong and Jamie Morris, live on Studio 327.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN, and it It smells good.
It smells amazing.
It smells incredible.
The best the studio has ever smelled.
We're talking with Mrs. Frances Wharton of Plantistique Cuisine. And would you believe that these are
all vegan?
Meals? All right. So before we get into what we have on this table, I said that I was going to ask you why you got into this particular business in the first place. What can you tell us?
So when we transitioned to eat vegan food, there was a gap in the market here for a variety of vegan food. So there's lots of restaurants that you go to, and the vegetarian vegan options are very limited, and it could be just, it's the same meat meal without the meat. So all it is vegetables and starch. It's nothing so imaginative a lot of the time. So we wanted to create something for people out there in St. Kitts, just different cuisines. So we try to do different cuisines from all around the world and try to have just veganize favorite meals. So doing different things with veganism.
Okay, so can you tell us what we're making or what we're having today? It's good I didn't have my breakfast.
Well, I saw your show, I think it was last week, when you were talking about your breakfasts and how difficult it is to get breakfast. I thought I'd do breakfast waffles. So these are made with gram flour, and gram flour is awesome for replacing your eggs and your flour. So these are gluten-free as well. So we have savoury waffles with seasoned mushrooms, so they're a little bit smoky as well. And we have sweet waffles here, chocolate and spiced. We also have some pretzel knots. They're a favourite of our customers. And this is a topping for the sweet waffles, which is papaya, passion fruit, and watermelon. So again, everything is locally sourced. But it can't all be healthy, can it? So we have some cocktail, it's a rum punch tart. So it does have a little bit of tipple in, so be careful with that one.
So I have to ask, were you a chef before you went vegan?
No. I'm just home trained and
wow, I'm really impressed. So there must be hope for me. There must be
hope for everyone.
No comment. Right, so are you going to taste me? I think you should.
So, well, I'll give you a plate each, eh?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Equality.
Equality, that's what you say.
So this is savoury. This would go on top. This is a homemade vegan mayonnaise. So if you would like to have a savoury with some mushroom and squeeze some mayonnaise on, and there's some onions, and you can have one of each of the sweet with some of the fruit sauce on, and obviously the tart and a pretzel. So basically get what you want.
I'll try one.
Yeah.
So again, you just got into cooking because you saw a gap.
Yes, yeah, and I enjoy being in the kitchen. I really enjoy
Does your
cooking.
husband help?
He does. He's good. He's good in the kitchen as well.
He was very handy and helpful. So Jamie, have you ever considered going vegan? Have
I ever considered
Yes.
going vegan? No, I have not. But I might after today.
Right.
And you said that I can have this with the...
Yeah, let me move that.
Could you describe this again for me, please?
So it's mushrooms with some different seasoning in. So it has some paprika, some liquid smoke, which gives a smoky flavour to things. So that's, a lot of the time, that's what you can miss from not eating meat, is that kind of smoky grill flavour. So the liquid smoke adds that flavour to it. So...
Bon appetit. This is so good.
We know you guys are jealous right now. So you know where to go to get this. Right?
Yes, so can you share your information with us for those who are
Yeah, I
watching?
can share the recipes for these online.
Oh, great.
Yeah, no problem.
So can you tell us where can we find you? Are you on social media?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook and Instagram.
Tell us your page.
It's plantistique_cuisine. So I can, I'll put a comment in your page today and then a link through to, through to mine.
Jamie, what are you getting?
I'm one of those people who doesn't talk while I eat, but the flavors coming through this thing, the spices, they're so incredible. I feel, we've got a customer after today. Absolutely.
Yeah, this is really fresh, and I'm always so happy when we're able to see local stuff. So like the papaya, that's really exciting to me.
We try to cook as seasonal as we can as well. So again, it doesn't rely on the imported fruits and vegetables that come in. So it's not a fixed menu. It's very dynamic and it changes according to what's in season. But yeah, maybe you should have a dive into.
That's the first thing that I spotted. And then when I heard you say, yeah, we need to be eligible, I'm like,
so we have to ask,
programming.
What is the vegan substitute for eggs? How does that work?
So it's lots of different things depending on what you need the substitute for. So for example, if it's in a cake, it could be that you need something to use as a binder or something to help to raise it. So it's really dependent on what you're going to do. A lot of the time I will use gram flour, which is chickpea flour. You can get egg replacer, which is a blend of lots of different things like psyllium husk and potato starch and other starches, which gives that kind of glutinous consistency that you need. So it really depends on what you're replacing. But the batter for these waffles could be used as an omelette. So you can make an omelette, put some filling in and wrap it up, and you've got a breakfast wrap. It can be used for waffles.
So it just depends on the seasonings.
It depends, yeah.
And it depends on what you want.
Yes.
The egg.
Yes.
Or the egg-like, qualities for.
Yeah.
Because I have a friend who's vegan, and I always ask, like, eggs.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I could hold off on a few things, but eggs.
But you can even get a black salt, which has a sulfur flavor to it, and that even gives you the egg flavor as well.
That's
yeah.
Jamie's still busy stuffing his face. Yes, this is really good. I'm taking this, by the way.
That's absolutely sweet. Wow. This is
incredible. It's fresh. It's also very fresh. I'm actually going to try a bit of this. I might need some rum to carry me through the day. Just might need.
And the cherries were soaked in Belmont coconut rum as well.
Oh.
So again, local.
This is really good. So tell us a bit more about your business, just a little bit, just to wrap up. So when did you start?
Last year. It's a meal prep concept. So we make the meals, we deliver them chilled so that they can just be in people's fridges, ready to just warm. It's fresh. It's everything is cooked fresh. I make everything from scratch, so all sauces are made from scratch with love. Absolutely, that's the finishing touch. But I also do special platters, so like Middle Eastern platters, pretzel platters. All sorts of different things. So if people need something a little extra for a little party or catering, we do that. But just the week-to-week thing is meal prep.
All right, super exciting. Yeah. Again, we've been here. Tell us your business name again.
Plantistique Cuisine.
Plantistique Cuisine. Again, all vegan, all delicious, I might add.
Thank you.
Make sure that you follow her on her social media platforms if you need some healthy vegan, some fun, tasty vegan meals. You're watching Good Morning SKN.
It's been 6 months now and Glenn hasn't been working. His attitude has completely changed and he's been leaving the house every day for hours and liming with his friends and coming home drunk and causing confusion.
Gloria, this is what you cook today? This is not enough food for a big man like me.
But Glenn, it's been 6 months now. You haven't given me any money to shop for food.
Okay, so what you want me to do if my boss ain't called me out for work as yet?
Look for a different job now.
What you just said to me?
Get a next job.
What?
Help, let me go.
Let go what? Yeah, let's see what really happened. Let go what? Watch them out with me now.
The weekend mom and dad fight. When are they going to stop?
Domestic violence is not just physical, it's mental, emotional, economical, and psychological. If you, your friend or family member is being abused, you can contact one of the numbers listed below for help. Department of Gender Affairs 662-5492, Special Victims Unit 662-7077, Counseling Unit 465-5000. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Pan American Health Organization.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
Let's face it, most parents or guardians don't want to think about their teens having sex, let alone contemplate the possibility that they might get pregnant or get someone pregnant. Teenage pregnancy is a situation that involves female adolescents. A teenage female can be pregnant as early as age 12 or 13, although it is usually 14 and older. The fact that teenagers become pregnant is related to many factors. Here are some tips to decrease teen pregnancy. Teach teenagers comprehensive sex education. Target messages at teen boys, not just girls. Get the whole community involved. Encourage mentoring, parental involvement, and support. This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
You're watching Good Morning SKN with Mimi Armstrong and Jamie Morris, live on Studio 327.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. Even the most active of us needs a helping hand. And as we age, the chance that we might need more assistance increases tremendously. And then there's our older loved ones who are sometimes left unattended as we go out to make our daily living. Unfortunately, many are left without assistance and support. Luckily for us in St. Kitts, our next guest this morning offers this type of assistance. They help the less mobile residents feel the sense of independence and companionship that they deserve. Help us make welcome Mr. Beijhon Phillips. Am I saying it right?
Yes, Beijhon Phillips.
Awesome. A representative from We Care Home Care. So nice having you here on Good Morning SKN, Beijhon.
And it's nice to have the opportunity to actually be here with you guys.
Awesome.
I'm happy that you're happy to be here.
So what can you tell us that I haven't said already about the We Care Home Care in terms of the services that you provide?
Okay, for our company, We Care, it's owned by myself and my wife, Sheryl Phillips. Hello. So we offer personalized care, we offer companionship, and we offer medication assistance. We also offer things like, give me a second, therapy and exercises, because when you do get to that older stage, you want to make sure your faculties, your hands, your arms are still operating properly, because again, we learn from a young age, if we don't use something,
you're going to lose it.
Correct.
Right.
So we offer those services to our clients, right? We also do personalized packages. We come in and we discuss with, say you have your dad or your mom and you need services for them. We come in and we try and get an understanding of their specific needs, because everyone is different.
You're right.
Right? One mom might like to cook, so she wants to continue to cook even though she is at the older age, but you might just want someone to be there
With
to
her.
monitor her,
Yes.
make sure there's no accidents. You might also have persons who are just getting, adjusting to being blind, or different situations, or amputee, or those things. Having a carer there at early stages encourages the elderly person, or even it could be a young person as well, encourages them to get that mental state right and just keep going, right? And that's really important, just to keep that mental state so you continue on.
Right. So you're saying that it's not necessarily just for elders only?
We Care, we offer assistance to
Like
elderly
persons with
persons,
disabilities.
persons who might be recovering from an accident, anything. Once you need the assistance, we are here for you.
I do have to ask you now, this business seems to be such a personal business. You're getting one-on-one contact with people, you're getting into their personal lives. Why did you choose to get involved in this way?
Well, it was actually, it's a debate between me and my wife, actually. Because one day we went to visit one of her aunts. And then after the visit, we were like, hey, this aunt has a accomplish things in her life. And we as young people, we look forward to accomplish things as well. We want to have our nice cars, we want to have our nice house, and those things. And then it always hurts me that when you get in that age, you get unfortunately taken out of your nice house, you can't use your nice cars, and then you go somewhere unfamiliar. So we sat and we talked, and then we're like, hey, when we get older, we don't want to go out of our house that we spend so much money investing into. So what if we could put something in place so when we get to that age, we can stay in our homes for as long as possible. And then we thought about it, we put pen to paper, and then what's important, we did our research, because the good book says nothing under the sun is new. So we went, research, and saw this is something that's all over the world. And we were like, hey, St. Kitts Caribbean, because we don't just focus on St. Kitts. Our goal is to be a regional name. All right? So we look forward to doing this and making our little business really big throughout there.
I mean, I feel like I'm almost tearing up because I understand completely, and I only could imagine the transition of, you know, being able to live alone and to be fine and to be able to take care of yourself, and then all of a sudden you wake up one day and you can't do the things that you usually do. And I even remember with my grandmother, like moving her to a home, and it's, you know, it's never something that you want to do as a grandchild or as a child, but sometimes it's just in the best interest because there are no other options. And I mean, for such a young person like you, like we're the same age, to be so empathetic and to think of something like that, I think it's amazing.
No, and I mean, I'm a guy, and then most, I mean, maybe it's just me, but I always say I want to create that environment for my parents. When they get older, they don't have to be far away from me. I'm the guy who will build on a little room for his mom to have her there. So she's always around familiar faces. And then when you hear your mom tell you, hey, make sure you get some little ones, get the little ones. Because these little things keep them active when they're up in that older age. Because, I mean, when you go in different facilities, you don't get the visitation.
Yeah, the interaction.
I mean, this is Christmas time, so persons would go visit their loved ones, but after the season,
right?
Yeah, they might be left alone.
Right. Yeah. So you're saying, okay, you said that you want to branch out outside of St. Kitts. Is it just available in St. Kitts right now?
Right. Well, right now we are in St. Kitts and Nevis, because we can't forget Nevis.
Of course, right? Of course.
But we are looking to move further on the archipelago. All right. So the more we get out there, the more we get known. And that's why I'm grateful for this platform. Of course. So we can help spread the good news that we are here. And we here.
Yes.
A great name, by the way.
I imagine that you need a team behind you to be able to do what you've done.
Of course.
Can you give us an idea of how large your team is?
Well,
or small.
Our team is not, let's say it's growing.
It's growing.
Of course, yes.
It's growing. And then with our goals, our ambitions, we are hoping to expand. So we might be at around 20 persons now, but we're looking at multiple, like.
Yes. I mean, that's a lot. 20 persons. 20 persons is a lot. So do you help with things like household chores, shopping?
Of course, we do all of that. We do housekeeping, or light housekeeping. We do errands if persons need assistance going to the doctors, and also we do a lot of collaborations as well, wherein not everyone is available to go to the doctor. And then the urgency is that you might need someone to come in. So we do collaborations with our on-call doctor.
Oh, this is so great.
who comes in and they have a look at your loved one there. Again, we focus on encapsulating everything in the comfort of your home. All right? So that's something we do. All right? Another thing we look in doing in our branching out, we have changed from We Care Home Care into the We Care group. So we now incorporate different things. We have We Care Fit, we do therapy, as I mentioned before, and then exercises as well. So, Mimi, if you are looking to go back in for a Queen show, you can just give us a call and we can do certain things with you.
No, I'm not. Just letting you know, no, I'm not.
We also have weekly childcare, right, where we want to do babysitting and all those things that incorporate kids, or children rather. And we also have weekly comfort as well. Weekly comfort is a more interesting avenue because weekly comfort comes at the end.
Okay, right.
Yes, and it's assurance while you rest, right? Because we find that in the week care, home care portion, certain things don't get done by the end of the human life cycle, as I say. All right, so we try to come in and assist with those things, making sure
making
you
the
get
final plans.
Exactly.
So, in our last few moments, I would like you, of course, to let the general public know how they can reach you, because I'm sure there are people out there who want to know that someone like you cares.
Yes, yes. And we are available 24/7. Once the phone rings, we always try to answer. And you can find us on Facebook and LinkedIn. You're searching for WeCare, Home Care. All right, and you can call 662-6403, or if you have Digicel, you can call 766-5891. And we always answer. We always try to follow.
We care.
Thank you very much,
And we also want to remember in encapsulating everything, our new slogan is, at every stage in life, we care.
I love that. Thank you very much for joining us, Beijhon, for this segment. We'll be back for more right after this.
I going out tonight. I got a hot date. He older than me, but I don't care. I like what he telling me. He say I look sweet and ting. What? You want me go home with him? Nice. Boy, I wonder if I'm ready for this. I notice he ain't got a condom, but I gonna go ahead, see? He might think me ain't like him or trust him. Plus, this my first time. Nothing gonna happen to me. Lord, how could I let this happen? I ain't ready for no child. Who gonna support me and my child? My man go in jail and mommy and daddy said they ain't gonna help. I all on my own. How could I be so careless? I wish I could go back to that now. But my education on hold. How could I let this happen? Don't let this happen to you. Contact the Department of Gender Affairs to find out about confidential offices and personnel available to answer questions about your sexuality or pre- or postnatal concerns.
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
You see that new boy that just joined the school last week? He brought me a chocolate this morning because I showed him the way home from school yesterday.
You like him?
No, he's just my friend. Plus, he is my neighbor. He asked me if we can walk home together for lunch tomorrow, and I told him yes.
I don't like these big boys. They tend to like to touch girls without your consent.
What do you mean by consent?
It's when one person agrees to give permission to another person to do something.
He is cute though. Guys, you won't believe what happened the other day with the new boy from school.
What happened?
The other day, while walking home with the new guy, he followed me into my house. I thought it was okay because he seemed friendly and respectful. So I turned on the TV and offered him a soda. We sat in the chair together. Then he leaned over and kissed me. I was so shocked I sat up straight and asked him why he did that. He said he thought I liked him. I told him not in that way.
What? Girl, you should have never allowed him inside your parents' home. My parents will be very angry if they meet any boys in our home plus kissing me.
Guys, we don't need to be burdened down with teen pregnancy and relationship problems at this time. Boys need to understand that girls are not sex objects.
Remember, you have the right to consent to every activity being performed, from holding hands to anything more, and to change your mind at any time. If your partner does not respect your wishes, this also is a form of abuse. If you, your friend or family member is being abused, you can contact one of the numbers listed below for help. Department of Gender Affairs 662-5492. Special Victims Unit 662-7077. Counseling Unit 465-5000. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Pan American Health Organization.
Hello and welcome back to Good Morning SKN. And with a show that has morning in the title, it's only fitting that we talk about morning things. Some of you have already seen us take our try at Jamie took a try at making tea. It was okay. But let's see what the professionals have for us. Today we have Jermaine Mike from Mother Becky Tea, so please give him a warm welcome. I think I gave you a hug, so that was very warm.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
So can you tell us, from straight off the bat, who is Mother Becky?
Mother Becky was my great-grandmother. Yeah, she was around, well, she lived for almost a century, 100 years. She lived around maybe 95 around there. So yeah, she was the matriarch of our area. Everybody knew her. There was discipline, whether that was grown men or grown women. You know, she come there, she does the discipline or the, what you call it, the mediation.
Okay.
Yes, so,
okay.
Yeah.
So was she the one who introduced you into the world of teas?
Well, she was at a young age, but I mean, that tradition carried on from my grandmother, from my grandmothers on both parents' side, as well as from my mother, right? And so on. But I kind of named it of her. Well, I like the name Mother Becky, right?
Has a good ring to it.
Yes. Her name was Rebecca Blackman, but so Rebecca, Becky, that's where it came from. So it's not a white woman as most people think, right? It's a bona fide black woman. She was my great grandmother. But yeah, that's how I got along, and I decided, well, how do I pay homage to someone that has gone, that may be forgotten? And so I decided to name it off of her moniker, which is Mother Becky. Yes.
So how long have you been doing this, the Mother Becky Tea brand, officially? When was it launched?
2017.
2017.
Roughly around mid 2017 I started. Yeah, I was on, well, when I first saw it, I was at my old high school, Keon High School. A girl had run past. It was a lemongrass tree. She brushed on it, but then after she reached up on the playing field, I saw her smelling her hand, and she was like, well, so I asked her, well, why are you smelling your hand? And she was like, that look like grass, but it smells like a lemon. So I was like, well, yeah, it's lemongrass, but she didn't know what that was.
Oh, no.
So I said, well, have you never drank lemongrass tea? She said, no. I said, well, what do you usually drink? She said, well, something like Milo or milk tea and that kind of thing and so forth, right? So I saw that, and I took it as like that tradition was being lost. So I did a little bit more digging around, and I found that there was even adults that have never drank it. So I
never drank bush tea?
I know a few. I know a few. Outright, I know a few. And they equate it with, that's, poor people thing. I just telling you, so I essentially said, okay, I don't see it as a poor people thing.
It's not.
Yeah, and I just kind of wanted to keep that tradition alive. So I started out doing it like that. Very first package I did was loose leaf tea. I mean, there were other reasons besides the young lady that had brushed on it, right? All right, but I think that memory stuck with me for a while. So that's the story that I usually tell. Yes.
So where do you source your bush tea? I mean, in St. Kitts we have bush tea kind of growing wild in some places.
Yeah, yes. I source it from farmers. I tell them my requirements. I also grow some of it. I have to make sure that the farmers that I take it from, it's organic, no spray, no nothing. And it's usually elderly people that, you know, want to find something to do. And so I have a backyard garden, or just a little bit more bigger. So I source it from them.
Well, you have very interesting packaging. What can you tell us about that?
The packaging that I wanted, well, when I first did the loose leaf, I wanted to have something that was quintessential of St. Kitts and Nevis. You know, back in the day, everybody know the crackers bag, right? The rice bag, kind of the potato bag. Well, I know it as the potato bag. Some others know it as the rice bag, but I know it as the crackers bag. And so I wanted something. Bush tea was tradition, culture, right? And the same bag was tradition and culture, and the madras was tradition and culture as well, right? So I incorporated all three into that, and so that is what it came out to be.
I love it. It's absolutely beautiful. So again, we're almost at the end of this segment. I mean, time really flies really fast here.
Indeed.
But there is a bush that helps you to relax. And I know this is a high stress time. Can you tell us, Juan, what bush should we get, or what tea should we get from Mother Becky that can help us to relax? And also, where can we find some of your products?
Typically, I don't advocate medicinal benefits, but I can say traditionally people can use mint tea as a more relaxative agent. It just calms you.
Okay.
The mentholation in the tea can give you this nice calming effect.
Yeah, we need some of that. And where can we get some of this tea?
You can go into any store. Right now, you can go into any of the major supermarkets. Well,
so Rams, Value Mart.
Except for Best Buy. But
Yeah, that's where I saw it for the first time, actually.
Yeah.
So really good.
All right, guys, so make sure to look out for Mother Becky tea, again, in all the main or the big supermarkets. Do you have a Facebook page that you could plug really quickly?
Yes, it's at Mother Becky Tea. For all from Instagram, go across all platforms.
All platforms, okay. Yes. Mother Becky Tea. All right, you're watching Good Morning SKN. We'll be back with more good stuff right after this break.
Thank you.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
What do you mean by consent? It's when one person agrees to give permission to another person to do something.
Let's be cute though.
Guys, you won't believe what happened the other day with the new boy from school.
What happened?
The other day, while walking home with the new guy, he followed me into my house. I thought it was okay because he seemed friendly and respectful. So I turned on the TV and offered him a soda. We sat in the chair together. Then he leaned over and he kissed me. I was so shocked, I sat up straight and asked him why he did that. He said he thought I liked him. I told him not in that way.
What? Girl, you should have never allowed him inside your parents' home.
My parents will be very angry if they meet any boys in our home plus kissing me.
Guys, we don't need to be burdened down with teen pregnancy and relationship problems at this time. Boys need to understand that girls are not sex objects.
Remember, you have the right to consent to every activity being performed, from holding hands to anything more, and to change your mind at any time. If your partner does not respect your wishes, this also is a form of abuse. If you, your friend or family member is being abused, you can contact one of the numbers listed below for help. Department of Gender Affairs 662-5492, Special Victims Unit 662-7077, Counseling Unit 465-5000. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Pan American Health Organization.
And we're back on Good Morning SKN, standing here in the midst of all of this lovely stuff here brought to us by our friend Jermaine Mike of Mother Becky Tea, and we, Mimi, get to play a game with Jermaine Mike. And he is supposed to guess, or are we?
We are supposed to guess.
Good. We are supposed to guess what's I think he watches you in the morning. You know?
What's in our cup?
Because we've had this game where we say Mimi has something in her cup and we can't guess what it is. So now we're flipping it. 1. All right. So.
What number is on your cup?
I have number 3 on my cup.
And I'm grabbing number 3 too? Okay, yeah, number 3.
Okay, ladies first.
I already know what it is.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the morning when I eat and drink here.
Yeah, I know what this is.
Yeah, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is.
It's sour.
Yes.
Okay, I do know what it is.
Because I just told you. So 1 point for me.
1 point for Mimi. All right.
Very good.
What's next?
Number 2? Right.
It's always really good, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it's not too sweet.
So this is number 2.
I know what this is too.
Oh, come on. I don't even have to taste this to know what this is.
Right.
Ginger beer. Am I right?
Hold on.
This is ginger beer.
Yeah, it's ginger.
Of course. I have skills. And while we're drinking, this is a packaging that I was talking about that I fell in love with. Your crocus bag, I mean, homage to tradition. All right, number 1.
Yeah, I know what this is too. Lemongrass.
I realize what you're doing. You're smelling before. I mean, you're doing this like it's a wine tasting. Okay. All right, so
No?
you're swirling.
I'm looking. Number 1.
I wish I knew.
And number 2.
I wish I knew. You said
so,
lemongrass.
number 1. What you said was number 1 again?
Lemongrass.
No.
No?
No.
Basil.
No. What?
How many chances is she going to get?
Oh, no.
It's turmeric. It's this one.
Oh, it's turmeric. Oh, okay,
turmeric.
okay.
And this
I'll
one.
take that one.
And this one, number 2 was the lemongrass.
Number 2 is the lemongrass.
Yes.
That I said was ginger beer.
Yes.
Imagine that.
Lemongrass ginger.
Lemongrass.
Oh,
ginger,
okay,
that's why.
okay. Fair enough. So it's a tie. We'll
It's a tie.
take a tie. We'll take a tie.
Okay, man.
Uh-huh. So, I love the packaging that you
So
have.
again, you not only do like boxed tea, but I'm actually seeing like these bottles. So iced tea.
Yes.
All right. Are we big on iced tea in St. Kitts?
Yeah, apparently so. We
should know.
we order a lot of it. We order it in the liquid form. We order it in the dry form. We order it in the packet form. It's in every aisle, in every
Yeah,
supermarket.
I've been addicted to iced tea forever, so.
Oh, you are?
I'm sorry, that's not the one that I got to taste, but we'll do it when we go on a little break.
Yeah.
All right, so again, you can get the iced tea. You can get it like this, or you could get it in the powdered form that you just go home and mix.
No.
No?
Just
Okay.
the ready-to-drink one where you just have the iced tea. I wanted to make it as convenient as
As
possible.
possible, so just grab and go.
Just like how I make this one here for the local market, which is the tea bags, right? So you can just, if you're on the move, you can just, pop it in like a Lipton tea, Lipton tea.
With your
tea
hot
bag,
water.
With your hot water and go on.
Right.
I'm going to turn this around really quick because I like the fact that you have a nutritional label on this. And that's something that I don't see a lot with local products. So I'm loving this. We get the serving size of about 250 milliliters. We actually have the number of calories for those of us who are weight conscious.
Oh,
So this is, the lemongrass ginger is only 59 calories. Awesome.
Yes.
It's great. How long did it take you to do this, to come up with these measurements, etc.?
About 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
Not bad in the grand scheme of things.
Yes. My chemistry background helped me to do all of those.
Oh, you have a background in chemistry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's my
love
profession.
science.
That's my profession. That's my profession.
This is really great stuff. And again, I'm super impressed by the packaging. So this is your most recent product, because I remember the teas.
I started out this year about in 2019 or so. Like
2019,
About that.
pre-pandemic, beautiful times, wonderful times, great times. But you started out with the loose leaves first.
Yes.
And then you went to the tea bags.
Yes.
And then.
I went to the.
All right, so we're growing. We're getting stronger. We're
Amid
getting
a
stronger
pandemic,
every
even,
day.
perhaps? Yes. Awesome. So what has that experience been like for you very quickly as a business owner going through a pandemic?
For me, it has been challenging. Why? I'm more of a scientist at heart than a businessman, but I'm trying to get there in terms of trying to do the...
You seem to be doing a great job.
In terms of packaging, man, but in terms of networking and trying to get things out there and what's not, I need somebody maybe like you as a... Just joking, Joe.
Ambassador. Ambassador.
A marketer, someone that markets, someone that is, you know, that markets, or somebody like you, into social media and brand marketing and that kind of.
Well, that's why we're here. So in our last few moments, again, tell our viewers how they can contact you, where they can find Mother Becky T.
Yeah, well, you can contact me at 665-8344, or you can go at any local supermarket and find my products. There's even in freights and so forth in Molineux. But long story short, any supermarket, and it's okay.
All right, you're watching Good Morning SKN. We'll finish our cups of various iced teas and we'll be right back.
Okay.
Let's face it, most parents or guardians don't want to think about their teens having sex, let alone contemplate the possibility that they might get pregnant or get someone pregnant. Teenage pregnancy is a situation that involves female adolescents. A teenage female can be pregnant as early as age 12 or 13, although it is usually 14 and older. The fact that teenagers become pregnant is related to many factors. Here are some tips to decrease teen pregnancy. Teach teenagers comprehensive sex education. Target messages at teen boys, not just girls. Get the whole community involved. Encourage mentoring, parental involvement, and support. This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
I wear a mask because I want to protect my child, but also I want to protect his classmates and his teachers.
I wear a mask because I care about the frontline workers who will have to work even harder if those around me get sick.
I wear a mask to protect my family. I wear a mask to protect you. I wear a mask because it is the right thing to do.
I wear a mask because I don't want to put any vulnerable individuals at risk, like my elderly loved ones.
I wear a mask because
we are all in this together.
I going out tonight. I got a hot date. He older than me, but I don't care. I like what he telling me. He say I look sweet and ting. What? You want me go home with him? Nice. Boy, I wonder if I'm ready for this. I notice he ain't got a condom, but I gonna go ahead, see? He might think me ain't like him or trust him. Plus, this my first time. Nothing gonna happen to me. Lord, how could I let this happen? I ain't ready for no child. Who can support me and my child? My man gone jail and mommy and daddy said they ain't gonna help. I all on my own. How could I be so careless? I wish I could go back to that now. But my education on hold. How could I let this happen? Don't let this happen to you. Contact the Department of Gender Affairs to find out about confidential offices and personnel available to answer questions about your sexuality or pre- or postnatal concerns.
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
And we're back on Good Morning SKN, and it's time, as usual, Mimi, for us to loosen up. And today we have a Christmas giveaway courtesy of Bass Bakery. So once again, we're still keeping up with the spirit of Christmas. 'Tis the season of giving. Yesterday was our first ever giveaway, and congratulations to our winners. The Thomas sisters.
Oh,
Who knew
the
it?
sisters.
For those who don't know how to participate, follow us on our Facebook and Instagram at Studio327INC. All the details are posted there. Now it's giveaway time again, rather, and here we've partnered with Mrs. Sheryl Bass of Bass Bakeries. Welcome, Sheryl.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Delighted to be here.
I'm trying, in my mind, I'm thinking like, I'm trying to make an excuse and say that your bread is the reason I have these like chubby cheeks. My dad and my mom get them every...
You're not the only one who would say that. So,
Secret family recipe. So how long has the Bass Bakery been functioning?
it's actually been around for quite a while, since in the early 70s.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I used to have some of that bread.
It was started by Daddy George Bass.
Of course.
And I'm telling you, it was in the days of the stone oven. And it moved up, and it moved up, and it moved up to modern days. So now we have it all modern tech.
I think this is the part where I tell them that we're actually related by
That's
marriage.
right, that's right.
So when it comes to Bass Bakery and the bread, and we were talking about Uncle George,
Yes.
I do have memories
Yeah.
of being a 3-year-old in West Farm with Uncle George driving the bread bus,
There you go.
bringing it to our gate, and everybody in the house fighting for the nipples, which I never got. 'Cause
So
I was
this
the
is all
youngest.
nostalgia for you, right?
Of course.
Even the memory of a bread bus and getting hot bread.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, that was really amazing. So besides bread, what else? I mean, your world famous bread, because when I go to the States, I can't go without a Bass bread. So what other things do you guys make at the bakery?
We do a number of pastry items. I would like to go back to the bread and tell you about some of the kind of breads. But we do a number of, oh my gosh, finger-licking good pastries, such as the raisin roll. We have persons who call from New York and said, please ensure that you send me the long length, the one that I will have to cut up. And so we have raisin roll, we have coconut roll, we have coconut, what you might call rock cake, and we have a very nice cookie. Some of it, sometimes it's done a bit hard, so it's almost like pinchy, the old time pinchy. And then you can have the softer ones, the oatmeal, raisin, and everything. And then don't forget the patties, sausage patty, beef patty. We mix it up.
So
we mix it
you were
up.
saying that you guys do a variety of bread also.
Yes, yes,
So it's
yes.
not just the popular butter bread, which
That's
is my
correct,
favorite.
that's correct. Bacon bread.
Bacon bread.
Bacon
Wow.
bread, the best.
That sounds sinful.
It does.
The best. It is, and it is only done on Saturdays. So people come up, people call, and unfortunately sometimes we just don't have enough to supply. But it is that good. And then we have one that's called Ital bread, coming from the traditional days of the Rasta, idea. And it's nice, it's flavorful, it is seasoned. For those persons who would prefer, we call it seasoned bread, but it's Ital bread. It's just really nicely done. And then we also have, there's another kind of bread that we have, the whole wheat bread for the more health conscious persons. We mix it up. You can have the rolls, the small rolls. You can have the long one. There's the long one.
I love the way you do that.
Oh yes, oh yes. You put in more stuff in that. And so there's a whole mixture. And then there's the common sliced bread. We have that. We have hamburger rolls, hot dog rolls.
So
a whole
lots of
platter
Then you
of
want
bread.
right.
to watch her cheeks grow even more.
As I go have some bacon bread on Saturday.
Oh yes, you got to try that.
Oh
good.
my goodness. I have to tell you, when I eat your bread is perhaps one of the only ones that actually I can freeze and I can pop it back into the oven and it tastes just as fresh as if I just picked it up from your oven. So that's just one of the most amazing things about your bread, apart from the name, which I like a lot.
Beautiful, beautiful. Naturally so.
So in terms of the business side of things, Jonathan actually took over from his dad, Uncle George.
That's correct.
How many years now?
Well, it's been since 2000. He passed away in 2000, and we're taking it over just maybe a 2 year, no more. Before.
Okay, so you're almost 20 years in.
Absolutely.
And that experience for you has been?
Yes, it's been amazing experience. It's been quite a ride in terms of business exposure, you know, and I'm enjoying it.
Awesome. All right, so we are talking with the lovely Sheryl Bass of Bass Bakeries, and we will be back for our Christmas giveaway right after this. Stay tuned.
Good.
You ever hear Earthquake call and say, "Hello, Miss Lee, yes, it's me, Earthquake, I come in Tuesday around 10? No, sir. Earthquake does arrive unannounced, and when it come, it shake all sense and sensibility out of we. Remain calm, stay inside, and do the DCH. Drop, cover, hold on. Once the shaking starts, you know it's Earthquake. Make a quick move to a safe place. Don't run to the doorway or any exit. Stairs might broke up or full of people. Elevator, avoid that, because you might get in and poof, power gone, and you're stuck in that box without ear. Take cover under a strong table or a bed, or crouch against an inside wall or in a corner, and cover your face and your head with your arms. Remember, DCH, drop, cover, hold on. Glass windows and doors, outside walls and doors in an earthquake, bad news. Take care yourself. Most injuries during earthquakes happen when something drop and hit people entering or exiting a building. Last thing, nobody run outside and ask, you feel it, you feel it? Remain calm, stay indoors until all the shaking stop, and do the DCH, drop, cover, hold on.
You are watching Good Morning SKN, and we're back with Mrs. Bass from the Bass Bakery, who is giving us a gift or two gifts for our Christmas giveaway. So we're about to announce who the winners are. But first, can you tell us what the gifts are?
We're going to be giving gift coupons valued at $25 per coupon. You can come and redeem it and get any combination of the items that we sell.
Right, so that's pretty exciting that you could go, like, I know when I get gift certificates for any eatery, like, I'm like, yeah, I got $25, give me everything.
Exactly.
Give me one of everything.
Today must be the day that we're eating in the studio, because we're talking bread, we're talking tea, we're talking vegan, so it's good.
Nice.
Well, for today, our winners are the first two persons who commented on the word of the day. Remember, I said that at the beginning of the show. So we want to thank all of you viewers who participated today, but unfortunately, there can only be two
winners.
So our winners for today are, Mimi, drum roll, please.
I'm playing the kembe, that's the name of the African drum?
Yes, the kembe. All right, the first winner is Lufkin Foster, and he commented on YouTube. He was the first one to do so. And we're switching social media portals now. We're going
over to Facebook.
And the first commenter on on Facebook
is Princess Zari. So you guys are the lucky winners of two gifts, well, one gift certificate each, and you could redeem them at the bakery or...
Correct. Or in fact, you can do so at the Superette, which is just next door, 2 steps away.
All right, perfect. So again, you could go and have whatever you like. I recommend having just the butter bread, but maybe you might want to try the bacon. Jamie, what do you recommend?
Ital bread, please, Mimi.
We're
gonna step it up.
I mean, but with Saturday. Okay, on Saturday. So you might have to hold off just a little bit. On Saturday, you could get your Ital. So I think you could get about 3 different breads for $25 and stock up your fridge. Stock up your fridge for the season. So yeah, remember, contact us. Remember to participate. We have so much more giveaways, but congratulations to our 2 winners.
Yeah, Yeah, so we have to tell them to tune in for more, don't we?
Yes. Make sure that you keep watching. Tune in every day. We'll be doing tons of giveaways for the rest of the Christmas season. # Christmas Girl. So make sure that you're watching every day. Good morning, SKN.
I'm going to trademark that # Christmas Girl since it was my idea. Where are my royalties? I called her # Christmas Girl a little while ago. She's owned it, as you can see. All right.
So do you do any special novelty things for the season? Do you?
Yes, we actually do the Christmas cake, the infamous Christmas cake.
Meaning rum cake?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Tell us what goes inside.
It is absolutely lovely. Can't go wrong. And we try to keep it at an affordable cost so that everyone can in fact enjoy their own Bass Bakery Christmas cake.
So do they have to make an order, or you just do it?
In order to make your life easier, but you can actually walk in and there will be sufficient to go around.
Yeah, so for those of us like me who, are not so oven friendly.
At least you're honest.
Well, of course I'm why would I bake when I can get...
That's right, that's right.
Exactly.
No need to.
Exactly.
No need to.
So when do you start doing, just for people to know, because I know rum cake, fruit cake, whatever we like to call it, is super popular in the Christmas time.
That is going to commence as of this weekend.
Oh, perfect.
Right? So from this weekend, come on in, get your Christmas cake.
Your Christmas cake, all right?
That's right.
I'm getting hungry, and that's bad because I ate already.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I'm hearing so many things about Bass Bakery. I want to take, but we didn't say where it is.
Right.
Oh,
tell everyone.
Easy. We are located at Parry Village, St. Peter's, right in front of the ball field. You can't miss it.
No, you can't
And the
miss
signage
it.
is there. You can't miss it. I can show you.
And on Saturdays, there's normally lots of buses and cars parked on this side, so you absolutely cannot miss it. So again, we've been here with Mrs. Bass of Bass Bakery, the maker of these lovely cheeks because of the butter bread. You've been watching Good Morning SKN. We just gave away 2 gift certificates to Bass Bakery, and again, we have tons of giveaways left. Keep watching. Make sure that you're watching every day. We start at 8 and we go until 10. We'll take a short commercial break and we'll be right back with more.
The pleasure.
Do you need your laundry or dry cleaning picked up and delivered? Well, Express Laundry has got you covered. We will pick up and deliver your laundry or dry cleaning to and from our partner laundromat fast and easy. Call our WhatsApp 660-7940 or 661-7717 for details. Express Laundry, bringing laundry and dry cleaning services to your doorstep.
Hey, my friend, what going on?
Not a thing. I just here cooling under this tree, about to eat a mango or two.
Where you get mango from all now?
Boy, Auntie Rose bring me some mango this morning.
Oh, gosh. What you hit me for?
You give me something to put on?
Girl, you can't just come tempting me with these juicy round pally mangoes and expect me not to want some.
Just because something looks appealing and you want it, doesn't mean you are entitled to it and that you should touch or take it. Your mother ain't teach you manners. Ask for consent first before you touch up the mango them.
But why ask? And if it's dear, it's dear. Just take it. Why ask?
Simple. If it is mine and you ain't asked for it, it is called, wait for it, stealing.
That's true. My bad. Okay. May I please have some mangoes?
I don't know. After that spectacle, I ain't sure I want to give you any.
You see that? But I ask.
Just because you ask doesn't mean I have to give. It is still my mangoes.
So what you tell me ask for then?
Because consent is everything. Had you asked first, I would have been more inclined to give you one. And just because you ask doesn't mean I have to give you. You got it?
Okay, I got it. Now, may I please have some mangoes?
Only because you're my friend and I like you. But that still don't mean you're entitled to it.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
Good. Don't leave your mango skin on the ground, eh?
If you understand the importance of asking for someone's consent for a mango, then it shouldn't be too hard to understand consent when it comes to sex. The power of consent is everything. Ask first.
If you or a friend has been sexually assaulted, please call 465-5000 for the Counseling Center.
This message was brought to you by No Judgment SKN and sponsored by the Basic Needs Trust Fund, the Department of Gender Affairs, and the Caribbean Development Bank.
You're watching Good Morning SKN with Mimi Armstrong and Jamie Morris, live on Studio 327.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. Yesterday we had the Precious Gems preschoolers singing a Christmas Carol medley. Weren't they adorable?
They were great, especially the ones fighting for the mic.
Oh, Lord, you had to mention that, didn't you? All right, cheeks kind of still hurting because we saw that. We were like, oh boy, remembering what it was like to be in primary school. Well, since then, we have been thinking we should connect with our inner children. So in our next segment, we'll be taking a shot and seeing our creative side. It's Polaroid time.
While we're painting, yes.
While we're painting. Well, yeah. Who has the advantage here?
So we have
Team Mimi, Team Jamie.
A nice Christmas bell, I guess. So we're gonna start. We're gonna
Gotta be more
painting.
descriptive than that. This is
Come
like
on, describe it.
This is like the, what do you say? The lush Christmas bell. You know, the kind doesn't bring the sound to your ear when you hear like the Antioch carolers ringing their bells. The bell choir. Hey, that might be a good one to bring. The bell choir, definitely. Yeah, this reminds me of what I see over, what do you call those? Doorways, archways,
Yeah.
So
I think you're
let's
trying
see.
to procrastinate because you don't want me to beat you.
How did you guess?
Because I'm Picasso, if they didn't tell you.
All right, so what are we going to do here? Oh, we've
So,
got instructions.
yes, we
Forgive
have
me.
instructions.
It's color by numbers. We're really taking it back to the children's age, right?
Right, and I don't know if you guys remember these paint sets. I believe I got one of these for Christmas one time. I mean, this one looks used, but I got a new one.
So how could you be Picasso if you only got it once? I mean, I'm just asking. It was that good or bad that you, I don't know.
Okay, so we're gonna start painting.
Don't cheat, please. Mimi
How
has
can
this.
I cheat? How can I cheat? Jamie, let it go. Let it go from Frozen.
Yeah.
Let it go. Yeah, please.
Idina Menzel, one of my favorite singers.
Okay, perfect.
There
Well,
you
you
go.
know the song very well.
Yeah.
So can you tell me one of your fondest Christmas memories?
One of my fondest Christmas memories
Right.
was also in Canada. Obviously, we're going back to childhood.
Right.
So my grandmother's brothers moved there way back when, and my mom happened to be working there at the time when I was about 6 years old. So we drove over to spend Christmas Eve into Christmas Day
Yes,
with them.
that was your white Christmas?
Yeah, it wasn't the only one, but yes,
Oh.
it was the first one.
Very jealous.
So we drove over to spend Christmas Day with them, and it was funny because the house was buzzing with a bunch of little children running everywhere because everybody by then was either grown or they had children or whatever. So I wasn't the only child there. It was really nice to meet my cousins. And as I was doing that, they actually had this gigantic Christmas tree. It was interesting. Their house was adorable. We had snow fights in front, if you can imagine that. So I put my snowsuit on, and we went and had, imagine children just like making snowballs and like, yeah, I get to hit you, or yeah, you get to hit me, and we're ducking.
Right, sounds like a movie.
Well, yeah, the kind that Macaulay Culkin started.
Yes.
Home Alone, definitely. All right, so am I supposed to color in between the lines here? Because, you know,
you need
I'm
to
a little bit of
stay
a
in the
rule breaker, right?
You need to stay in the line.
And if I'm channeling my inner child, I'm not going to be coloring in the lines. All right.
Okay.
Do I get bonus points for that? More color, more points?
I think you're cheating.
Anybody?
I think you're hoping to cheat.
All right, so let's see what I'm doing. Oh, I got more yellow to go.
You have tons more.
I've got more yellow to go.
Okay,
More
so you
yellow.
were saying, we mentioned Home Alone. Is that your favorite Christmas movie? Do you have a Christmas movie?
Do I have a Christmas movie?
Yeah.
It's weird because I vary, my moods
I have a
vary.
Christmas
What's yours?
movie. My Christmas I have two Christmas movies. My Christmas movie is Charlie Brown Christmas. I watch that every year.
Snoopy.
Yes, and then I also watch How the Grinch Stole Christmas. So I watch those two every year. I think I've already watched them, but I have to watch some more.
The song is in my head now. You're a mean one, Mr. Oh, no, that explains a lot.
What are you trying to say? What are you? I'm on
say
Santa's
anything.
nice
You like
list
Mr.
every
Grinch.
year.
I have to have a talk with Santa. Gotta have a talk with Santa. All
So
right.
your favorite Christmas movie, if you have one?
Okay, Home Alone was it, definitely, because I could imagine getting lost in in a big city.
Lost or left home from your
I don't think I'd
negligent
get
parents?
lost in New York, because I kind of know it like the back of my hand. But if
Really?
if I can imagine being his age, because I was about 10 at the time when I took that trip for the first time. And then I got to travel on the subway by myself. It was kind of cool. Yeah.
On the subway by yourself
Oh,
at
yeah.
10?
Oh, yeah. Leaving Brooklyn, heading to Manhattan.
Oh, so you didn't only have a white Christmas in Canada, but you also
No.
had Christmases in New
York.
Tell me about
Yes.
Christmases in New York. I love
Christmases-
Christmas in New York City. It's always so beautiful, the decorations, the lights. It's very commercial, but it definitely gets you in the spirit, some kind of spirit for Christmas.
It was good. I actually went to Rockefeller Plaza, I think it was.
Uh-huh. Did you go
I
ice
went
skating?
at night. No, I didn't. I saw the ice skaters, but
Okay.
I went there at night,
Mhm.
and I saw the tree after it was lit. It was cool. Took a picture, I think, close enough to it.
Uh-huh.
That big tree that you see, you know.
When they
have
light
this
up
lighting
together?
ceremony, yeah, they're
Right,
doing
right,
all that.
right.
That was a whole lot of fun for me.
Uh-huh. I've never actually been in New York for Christmas, but I've definitely been there when they start putting up the decorations and they have ice skating. Never done it, but it's definitely on my bucket list.
Yeah, be prepared to get a fall. Or two.
That's okay, my inner child.
Your inner
I
child.
mean, I find this paint to be a little challenging.
Well, now I'm speeding up because I realize that we don't have that much time left. So we're going to see, one. Oh.
Your paint.
I've already violated the rules. I said I was coloring outside the rules. Coloring outside the lines, I'm also coloring outside the rules. I'm not paying attention to the numbers and where they go. So you know what, at this point?
It's
I'll do
whatever
what I
goes.
want.
I also remember one of my fondest memories of Christmas is decorating our tree. And my mom didn't buy like a traditional Christmas tree. I just remember my mom
What did she buy?
like driving in her car and like breaking a branch from somewhere and bringing back. And that was our tree. And it was so much fun. And we like put it in a bucket with sand and then we decorated. It was one of my
Do you have
fondest.
pictures?
Maybe
No,
I'll
it's time to
have to
show
look.
that.
I'll
Look.
have to look for them.
Look.
But that was one of my fondest childhood memories.
As a matter of fact, you guys out there watching this, if you have pictures of your tree or your childhood celebrating Christmas or the happy holidays, as we do here in the Caribbean,
Right.
let's go, because Christmas trees tend to be artificial here. Yeah.
I mean, I do have a real Christmas tree at my house right now.
Oh, you do?
Yes, they do.
I saw a
they
picture,
do
yeah.
import those.
I was wondering about that, if it
Yes.
was actually real or
Yes,
not.
actual. So my house is going to be smelling like pine. So I'm really looking
Pine.
forward to that.
How tall is it? You're one of those that gets a tall one? Or
Yes, it's much. When I first got it, it couldn't even stand straight in my living room. It was.
those are the
I had to get it cut down. I'm still waiting. I still don't have the time to decorate it as yet. But eventually, I hope to get my lights from West Tech.
Ah.
And then I'll be able to decorate.
Okay.
Jamie, how's your
I'm cheating
orange?
now. I'm
Jamie, I
cheating
don't
now.
remember seeing orange on
I'm
the
cheating. I
on
told
the,
you I'm
the
violating the
chat.
rules. Did you not hear me say, everybody, that I am not coloring within the line?
So you're losing the paint Olympics.
I'm following Mimi here because she's been
You're
cheating
not
all week. So
following-
why not? Why not? She's been cheating all week.
Wow.
I'm cheating too.
Wow.
And you guys get to decide who's the better painter.
How
Although
much more time do we have? We have 2 minutes, okay.
You have to imagine the possibilities of what I'll be showing you, right? So don't go with
No,
what you
don't
see.
try to coax the people
Just
into
go with what
nothing
it
like that.
could be. Remember, our slogan here is to imagine the impossible, right?
That doesn't mean that you get away with cheating, Jamie. Okay,
So
what
it
about your
says-
favorite Christmas food and drink? Are you one of those who like
Okay, eggnog maybe.
eggnog?
What's
I've
yours?
never had eggnog.
What?
No.
No.
And I know a lot of people like Punchy
No,
Cuba. When I was young,
no.
everybody was like, yeah, they're getting Punchy Cuba. And I'm like, I've never had Punchy
We're
Cuba.
running out of
either.
time. So at this point, I'm forgetting the lines. I'm doing whatever I want. I'm a child, after all. That's what I'm supposed to be, right?
I mean, these paints are a little challenging. I just want our viewing audience to know. They're not as pigmented as I remember.
You know what it is? You figure that if you give a child something like this to paint, it keeps them occupied for about 45 minutes to an hour.
I wonder if children even do these things anymore. Do they still paint? Like every time I see a child, they have like a tablet or a phone in their hand.
Yeah, video games. Different generation.
Right. I mean, I don't know if I like it.
Different generation.
I don't know if I like my kid at Wablet and doesn't even like blink or look up at me.
Depends on what you do on the tablet though, because you
True.
could paint on the tablet.
True.
To be fair.
True.
Wow. Okay, let's go. Let's get some. Woo, we've got 40 seconds left. So at this point,
as Picasso, I don't think I had enough time. Just a disclaimer.
well, I guess our inner children have not really been found yet. All right.
They've been found, but they need more time. Art takes time. Masterpieces take time. Jamie.
On 3. 1, 2, reveal. Oh, I like that.
I love it, actually.
Are there-
Yours is, it's something.
Are there rules for not completing? Because I completed. So, hey, yeah, winner.
Are there
finally,
rules for
got us.
following the rules? Are there
Yeah.
rules for following the rules, Jamie? You're not even following the rules. But yeah, these are our masterpieces, so I'm going to hang this on my fridge.
There we go.
Don't forget to send
know.
us, tell us who you think won, and don't forget to send us some of your pictures from your childhood Christmases. We'd love to see them.
Do you need your laundry or dry cleaning picked up and delivered? Well, Express Laundry has got you covered. We will pick up and deliver your laundry or dry cleaning to and from our partner laundromat fast and easy. Call our WhatsApp 660-7940 or 661-7717 for details. Express Laundry, bringing laundry and dry cleaning services to your doorstep.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
And we are back on Good Morning SKN for our final segment, and that is what's happening. I just wanted to let you guys know that I won the painting competition. But yeah, we'll get into
First
what...
honest win ever. First honest win ever.
Wow, Jamie's heartbroken, shattered, distraught. But we'll get into what's happening. So local events, Celebrate SKN Christmas Decorating Contest. I think I should enter. The Christmas decorating contest organized by Celebrate SKN starts today and will end on December 27. And that will be the judging of outdoor decorations. That's Christmas decorations.
Ooh.
Yeah. So do you know which house that I know is going to win? That's the house on Frigate Bay. Have you ever, like if you go down to the last roundabout and you look up, there's a house that's always fully decorated, lights from top to bottom. You've never seen it?
No, can't say that I have.
Okay, we'll arrange to take you to see it, but it's one of the most decorated houses. And you decorate your house too, so are you going to enter?
I don't, I was told that I could have done that before, but I don't know. I probably won't. a little private, so.
Oh, you're a little private. Okay.
Alrighty.
So we're going to go into more local events. Dumplings and Wine Tuesdays. More food. Land's Kitchen here in St. Kitts will be reopening tonight with an event, Dumpling and Wine Tuesdays at Sugar Bay Club. Music will be played by DJ Classic. Land offers authentic Chinese food and Asian food in St. Kitts and Nevis, and it's home to the Federation's best dumplings and fresh organic cocktails. At this event, patrons will receive 12 dumplings, that's a lot, one glass of wine for 50 EC dollars. So you can call 760-004 to make your reservations. This is the first time I've ever heard about pairing dumplings and wine. Have you ever tried that before?
I've never tried dumplings and wine. I'm not a wine drinker, though, you know.
I'm not a big wine drinker either. I try to be cultured. Like my friends are teaching me to be cultured, so I've had a glass or two at social events. Not that I love it, but you know, I try to fit in and make everyone comfortable. Have you ever been to Lando?
No.
Oh,
Am I missing something? You're going to tell me that right now.
I went one time with one of my friends, and we actually thought it was closed, but we had the whole restaurant to ourselves, and it was a really amazing experience. So yeah, you guys, Dumpling and Wine Tuesdays, and again, just 50 EC dollars. If you don't have anyone to go with, I'm available.
No comment. All right. With a plug like that, I'm pretty sure that your page will be lit up before the end of the day. All right? So that's what's happening here on the local scene, celebrating SKN Christmas decorating contest. You told me a little while ago that you decorated your house. You have a Christmas tree. Are you doing the yard?
No. I want my Christmas to be indoors. Let me run up my bill indoors for myself.
Why?
No, I don't think I'll be decorating outdoors.
And
I'm still waiting for my lights.
You're still waiting for your lights?
Yeah, so my tree's
When did you
up.
order them?
I ordered them maybe on the 5th of December.
On the 5th?
So I'm still...
No, that's your fault. There's a supply chain issue. That's your fault.
Well, your fault. I'm waiting and keeping my fingers and my toes crossed that I get my lights in time. If I do have extras, I might put a little string on the veranda, but yeah, I'm not, Skellick and me haven't been really good friends, so yeah, I'll try to keep out. I'll try to leave that for those who, you know, have shares in Skellick.
I know what's going to be on your Christmas list this year. You're going to give Santa that wish that you and Skellick can get along.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Perhaps you would have
my Christmas wish is that all my bills are paid. Dear Santa, I've been good all year. Please pay all my bills, Mimi.
Have you really been good? I don't know about that. We'll see. Has Mimi really been good? What do you think?
I have. I have been excellent.
You have been, apart from the 2 times that you've been cheating and spotted cheating.
Two times. How did we get to 2?
Jenga
and.
She confessed. Did you see that? She just confessed.
My fingers slipped.
Jenga
so
and.
So that's fine. So I'm asking Jenga and.
This is an admission on live television that Mimi Armstrong cheated at Jenga, and the official winner is Jamie. Awesome.
I'll give you that, Jamie.
You'll give me that.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll
We've settled the score. We've rested it. Yeah, I think that's fair. Right.
Right. That's okay. That's fine. But as a child, I remember we're talking about decorations. As a child, I remember driving around the island to see the decorations on the different houses. Did you have that same experience, that similar experience?
Yeah, actually. I was in Barbados roughly 10 years ago, I think it was, and a friend of mine wanted to take me around. We never got to go, but she wanted to take me around to see the houses they're decorated. I saw some of them, and it was interesting. I saw laser lights on the houses. I saw red and green and all the things that we do here. So it was interesting to see that on another Caribbean island at that time. Yeah, really good stuff.
That's really great stuff. I remember seeing a video from a house, I think in New York, and the house actually was like singing. Like the lights were synchronized and they were singing, and I'm like, wow, this is next level stuff. So maybe I might get into decorating outside, maybe not this Christmas, maybe next Christmas.
All right. Well, that's it for what's happening, and we've been talking about all that and more. So we'll be back for more Good Morning SKN right after this. Stay tuned.
You ever hear Earthquake call and say, hello, Miss Lee, yes, it's me, Earthquake, I coming Tuesday around 10? No, sir. Earthquake does arrive unannounced, and when it come, it shake all sense and sensibility out of we. Remain calm, stay inside, and do the DCH. Drop, cover, hold on. Once the shaking starts, you know it's earthquake. Make a quick move to a safe place. Don't run to the door, we are in the exit. Stairs might block up or full of people. Elevator, avoid that because you might get in and poof, power gone, and you're stuck in that box without ear. Take cover under a strong table or a bed, or crouch against an inside wall or in a corner, and cover your face and your head with your arms. Remember, DCH, drop, cover, hold on. Glass windows and doors, outside walls and doors. In an earthquake, bad news. Take care yourself. Most injuries during earthquakes happen when something drop and hit people entering or exiting a building. Last thing, nobody run outside and ask, you feel it, you feel it? Remain calm, stay indoors until all the shaking stop, and do the DCH. Drop, cover, hold on.
You're watching Good Morning SKN with Mimi Armstrong and Jamie Morris, live on Studio 327.
And we're back with more of what's happening, and we're going to look at things that are trending right now. So the first story is the Golden Globes nominations have been announced. The 2020 Golden Globe nominations were announced yesterday. And regardless of age, animation movies are a family favorite and a favorite of mine. And the nominations for Best Motion Picture in the animated category are Encanto, Flea, Luca, My Sunny Mad, and Raya the Last Dragon. How many of these have you guys seen? Let us know, and let us know what is your favorite one.
Yeah, I feel so bad because I'm looking and I'm like, is any of this familiar? I've been under a rock.
Watched any of
I have been under a rock.
I watched Luca.
I don't know how long. You watched Luca?
Yes.
How was it?
And I shed a tear. It was very tough. I mean, these animations are really, really touching. They're always so sweet. They're always so much fun to watch.
Wow.
Yeah. So I shed a tear at Luca. I was watching Raya the Last Dragon. It wasn't really my favorite, but I may have to try it again.
You see, the thing is, when I watch movies like this, I look at it from a different perspective. I'm looking at it for the animation, for all of the things that go into making that scene. So I can't really enjoy the theme because I'm looking at, okay, there's the shadowing, there's the lighting. Kind of technical, but...
Very technical, so you're missing the good stuff, but yeah.
Toy Story. Yeah, Toy Story.
So those were the ones for the animated category. And for the best television series drama category was...
Lupin. Lupin. Have you seen it?
No, I have not
seen
that.
You missed it. Go check it out. It's on Netflix. Lupin.
I watched Succession. I watched the season finale of Succession last night, and it was amazing.
Don't ruin it for me, please.
Oh my God.
I caught a few episodes.
It was so
She's not going to ruin it for you guys either. Okay?
It was so good. I also watched Squid Game.
It is good.
Tell me you watched Squid Game.
No, Succession.
It was. I mean, it wasn't my favorite thing to watch, but the whole world was watching Squid Game at the same time, so I didn't want to feel left out. It was okay.
All right, well, hey, we have other news for you. Time magazine has announced its Person of the Year. I used to read Time when Time was in print. Loved it. Anyway, since back in 1927, Time magazine has been honoring the most influential person each year. And yesterday, Elon Musk, chief executive, you know the name, correct?
Yes,
of Tesla and SpaceX, was announced the 2021 Person of the Year as the man who, quote, aspires to save our planet and get us a new one to inhabit. I love this. I love this.
Yeah, me and you have different feelings about this, yeah. And get us a new one to inhabit that only the elite people will get to go to live on, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, what do you mean, of course? So you're gonna, in essence, destroy the planet that we live on.
We're not destroying the planet intentionally. It's not that
so because of greed, you're destroying the planet that we live on, and then you're going to find another one for people to inhabit, but then you're going to leave most of the population, 90% of the population on the Earth to suffer while you guys live in like Mars or wherever.
This sounds like you've never watched those scientific movies and appreciated the plot.
No, because it was always about poor people suffering, being left on Earth where it's super polluted, you can't even breathe properly, and then the rich people going off to live in Mars.
Rich people going off to live in Mars?
Yes, that's always the theme of these movies.
It's never really.
Or going to live in a different planet.
I can't remember the one where Titan. if you have to watch it, watch Titan. Titan was about this guy who actually ended up on Jupiter's, I think, largest or second largest moon, larger of the two. Yeah, good movie to watch, not the plot that you described. In any event, it seems like we are out of time for what's happening, so let's go. That's all that is and has been happening, but we want you to let us know what's happening in your neck of the woods. So leave us a comment on our social media platforms at Studio 327 Inc. Studio 327 Inc. And that's all the time we have, Mimi.
Don't forget that we're still having giveaways for the rest of the Christmas season, so make sure that you're watching. Make sure that you're logging in on Facebook and on YouTube. You've been watching Good Morning SKN with Jamie and Mimi.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, SKN.